All right, welcome, folks. Welcome to another Friday night of Wildcat football. We're here live at Frank Carter Stadium, where the Wildcats will face the Pleasanton Eagles tonight. Kickoff set to be around 7:30. And a couple of news before we get started. We have some injuries and then some returning players for this game. Injured is our starting quarterback, Marky Maldonado's out. Number 14. Number 12. Ethan Aguilar is still out. And returning is going to be number 34, Oscar Ramirez. Number 44, Omar Ojeda. And last week we had looked like Austin Reyes was going to be out, but it looked like he during the week he seemed to recover pretty well, so he's going to be the starting quarterback tonight. Those are the injuries and the returners. Still looking to get everybody back soon. Next week will be a good time for that, because we have an open week to get everybody healthy right before district. On Pleasanton side, they come in unbeaten. Have a couple of players that are, pretty good. Dalton Hobbs, the receiver, has got plenty of catches, plenty of records up there in Pleasanton. He's been playing for I think 3-4 years, so he's accumulation of stats. But seems to be a pretty good player. But they held him pretty well last year to I think one catch. He's not where they couldn't stop him. But they're going to have their hands full tonight with him. And I think that they can do a good job of taking him out of the place and see what else they can do. So we're about 30 minutes from kickoff. The boys right now are on the field, going through their plays, running through them. Pleasanton just went into the locker room. They had a parents' night for the band. Just finished up with that, getting all of that out of the way and getting ready to get some football played. Last night we did the junior high game. We did the 8th grade team. Ended up coming up short, but that again it was just to get that team out there and then see how the people react to it. And I had a lot of good positive feedback, so we might keep doing that for some of the fans and I had some parents that said that they were working and were able to listen in while the game was played. So if they play here, we might be doing them as well, so they will be feeling to help out those parents that aren't able to come as well. So right now the stands are filling up a little bit. I think I'm gonna do this one solo again. My colleague Albert Sosa had to work and let me know pretty late today, so good job, Albert. But no, it's all good. He'll be back after our bye week, and then all ready for district, and to get that going. So the boys are going into the locker room right now. We're gonna take a short break. They're gonna come out so we can do the fight songs, national anthem, and the coin toss, captains, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be back in a few. right, folks. Last week, if you were with us, the Cats played Catula and lost 22 to 18 on a really good game that got decided really in the last couple of plays. Josh Carrizo almost picked up a punt return, took it about 100 yards, tackled about 10 yards short. Everybody was going bananas here in the press box and the stands, and he almost got it in there. But next play, Maldonado had been hurt, so our backup quarterback went in there and also got hurt on the next play. So there was a turnover, and then Catula was able to kneel it after that. But it was a really good game, close game. Some of the stats from that game were Maldonado was 13 out of 23 for 188 yards. Rushing, we had Maldonado 14 carries for 36 yards. Josh Carrizales 11 for 33. And Catula did a good job on holding the run. The receivers, the ones that kind of broke out a little bit. We had Austin Reyes, Christian De La Cruz, Avery Ramirez, and Josh Carrizales all had at least 4 catches. De La Cruz had 33 yards, Ramirez 58, Carrizales 70. Ramirez and Carrizales each had a touchdown. Pretty long scores on it. One was a 28-yard pass, and the other one was a 36-yard pass. Carrizales had 236 total. He included his return and kickoff return yardage. So he was all over the field that last week. So we should see what he can do this week. Pleasanton comes in undefeated. A lot of people are saying, well, it's the Pleasanton Eagles, but they don't look invincible or anything like that. It's just they've won the games they've played. So right now they're going to do the national anthem. Hopefully you can hear it on the broadcast. I'm sorry, folks. That was the alma mater for Pleasanton, and now they're going to do the alma mater for the Wildcats.
Once again, we'd like to welcome everybody to Frank Carter Stadium for tonight's matchup between the visiting Pleasanton Eagles and your Carrizo Springs Fighting Wildcats.
How's it going, boy?
We had a report of bleacher creatures in the area. Once again, we had a report of bleacher creatures in the area. If you would, Wildcat Nation, Direct your attention to the Wildcat Tunnel. This week's bleacher creatures are the class of Miss Veronica Rodriguez.
All right, they're gonna do the bleacher creatures, which is a class from the elementary that gets voted on, and they get to run through the tunnel before the game.
Here they come, Wildcat Nation. Give them a big round of applause. This week's bleacher creatures.
All right, folks, and we're just gonna wait for the national anthem.
How loud the new student section located in the left-hand side of the bleachers. Once again, let's see how loud the new student section can be tonight.
All right, folks, they're getting set up for the national anthem. We're going to take a short break. They've got some things that they're moving around, so we'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back as the Pleasanton Eagles just took the field. The clock running 5 minutes before kickoff. The Cats are about to get in the tunnel to head out to the sideline. Other games going on this Friday night are let me see, Crystal City versus Bandera, Cachula versus Lido, Center Point versus La Pryor, Eagle Pass and United. That one's already started. United is up 7-0 on the Eagles. The Cats are huddling up final preparations over there. And again, another packed stadium here. Fans coming out, supporting the boys no matter what. So the Cats going into the tunnel wearing their all-purple uniforms, purple pants, shirts, and purple helmets. The Eagles come in with their white shirts with the green numbers, white pants, and green helmets. As the captains for the Wildcats make their way to the middle of the field, and they include number 56. No, I'm sorry, number 50, Sean Carranza.
Captain for the Pleasanton
Number
Eagles.
13, James
Number
Contreras.
80, Dalton Hobbs. Number 44,
Number 23, Josh
Number 8,
Urrutia.
Nathaniel Aparicio.
Number 61, Chris Cruz.
And number 77, Luis Alberto.
On the Pleasanton Eagles side, you got number 77, Luis Arquijo.
James Contreras.
Number 80, Dalton Hobbs.
Jose Urrutia.
Number 44, Cass Campbell. And number 8, Nathaniel Acevedo. So there's a coin flip. And the Cats make their way down the field. So it looked like the Cats won the toss, and they're deferring to the second half. So the Eagles will be receiving.
The football. We ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the presentation of the colors being presented by the Carrizo Springs High School ROTC Division.
As the JROTC makes their way down the middle of the field, and the national anthem is going to be played by the Mean Purple Band. right, good job by the Bean Purple Band. So again, the Cats will be kicking off to the Eagles. Looks like the flag, they both fell behind. They barely pulling up the flag.
Let me hear you. Make some noise.
So let's get ready for some football. Again, it looks like the Pleasanton Eagles offense revolves around that number 80, Dalton Hobbs. From what I've seen, a lot of it is just a lot of targets to him, and if you can take him out of the game, he may be able to disrupt their offensive plan. So let's see what happens here as the Cats get ready to kick it off.
Once again, we'd like to welcome everybody to Frank Carter Stadium for tonight's matchup between the visiting Pleasanton Eagles and your Carrizo Springs.
So the Eagles beat Edison week 1, 39-14. They beat Lanier 49-33, and then they beat Pearsall 28-0. And last week they beat Divine 41-26.
And number 24, J.J. Morales.
So here we go. It's Austin Reyes that's going to be doing the kicking off. And it looks like you've got number 4, Joel Arevalo, in the backfield. And Austin Reyes with the kick. Number 24 picks it up. J.J. Morales. That's a 25. Hit at the 30. Breaks a tackle. And he's on the loose to the 50. 30, 45, 40, 35, 30. He's caught from behind and still running down to 20-yard line. A big run by number 24, J.J. Morales. A run of about 80 yards on the kickoff return. He was able to get run down, but he had open field. And I don't know who's the one that was able to catch him. I didn't get the number. But they caught him from behind to prevent the touchdown. So the Eagles in good field position right off the bat. So they've got one receiver left, one receiver right. The number 80 is over here on the right. It's got looks like they're going to double team him with a one running back set. The give is to the running back. Get hit hard, fighting still. It doesn't look like he gained a yard. He might have gained 1 on that second effort, but he's pushed back by the Wildcats. Good job there. They're going to give him a couple yards on forward progress.
Boyd Arevalo making the stop, host of Wildcats.
So we've got the number 8 quarterback, Nathaniel Acevedo, and Arevalo, the running back, with just one wide receiver set to each side. Again, the give is to number 4, and he's hit hard and also falls forward for another 2 yards. It's going to make it 3rd and 4.
The Wildcats, number 4, Noel Gonzalez, gaining 3 yards on the play.
So the first 2 plays been a couple of runs for 6 yards. Again, it's the same formation. There's a snap, and the pass is to number 80, and it's overthrown, so it's going to be 4th and 4. He's going right at him, but put a little bit of pressure on him, and he's overthrew him by about he's a tall guy, but he was still not even able to touch it. He jumped up. Good coverage there. So it looks like they're going to go for it. They're at about the 15-yard line. And it's 4th and 4 for the Eagles. So the defense for the Cats making a good stand here. So they got one more play to go. Oh, then there was movement. Now they're going to see, because everybody moved. I think they're going to call it on the Wildcats, which is going to give the Eagles a first down. Yeah, they're going to call it an offside on the Wildcats. Cause the offense to move, so it's going to be an automatic first down there because they were 4th and 4, and it's 5 yards, so it's going to be a 1st and goal, I think.
5 yards marked off, moving the ball down to the 10-yard line, brings up 1st and goal for the Eagles.
So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Eagles at the 10-yard line. Same formation. Again, the give is to number 4 right up the middle, and he's hit hard, and he's knocked down at about the 6. So he's gaining, 2 or 3 yards on each little handoff there. The defense is hitting him right away, and he's falling forward. So they can get another guy just to hit him, push him back a little bit, because he's getting hit but falls forward for a couple more yards. So it's 2nd down at the 6, 2nd and goal at the 6. Now they've got 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And with the running back now, they've got pressure on the quarterback, and he's rolling out, looking for somebody. He throws it, and it is too high, overthrown. So it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 6. So good job there by the defense, putting pressure on the quarterback, making him roll out and making him try and find somebody in the end zone. There were 3 guys, but there was Wildcats all over. They got 9:47 in the first quarter, still scoreless, but the Eagles right at the 6-yard line, 3rd down, 3rd and goal. So it's switching the formation to the same one that was the last play. Oh, we have a timeout. I think we have a timeout. Or
flag on the play.
Oh, they're going to call a timeout for the Wildcats. The Wildcats called a timeout right before there was movement for the Eagles. I saw one of the receivers move, which is why I thought they had stopped the play, but the Wildcats had called a timeout right before. So it's 3rd and 6. Well, it's 3rd and goal at the 6. I'm sorry.
No flag. Timeout called by the Wildcats. Stopping the clock with 9:47. Don't forget to head on down to Pizza Hut after the game, folks. That's for the Wildcat special. Once again, they are staying open for the crowd after the game.
All right, so here come the Eagles on a 3rd and goal. And 1 receiver set, 1 to each side with, I think number 4. I think it's number 4, Acevedo, and Arevalo in the back. And he's looking at number 80, and he overthrows him again. So it's 4th down. And let's see what the Eagles are doing. The coaches are going crazy over there. And they're going to go for it. So it's going to be another 4th down. But this one, they have to get it in the end zone. So they've got a 3 receiver set to the left and 1 to the right, with Arevalo, the running back. And there's a pitch out, and they toss it to Arevalo, who's got an open spot, and it doesn't take. It looks like he barely got in. Touchdown Eagles. He got hit at the 1 and dragged that Wildcat right into the Eagles, just barely. But he still was able to get in. So the Eagles score on, took them 8 down to score. So good job by the defense. They almost were able to hold them there. That big long kickoff helped them, where they didn't have to go very long. So here's the extra point attempt. And there's a quick handoff, and he's knocked down. Good job. He's tackled on the fumble. from center to holder. The holder dropped it and tried to pick it up, and he got nailed. So it's a 6-0. Extra point is no good. So the Eagles, with that long kickoff return, were able to have a really short field and were able to get it in just barely. So now it's the Wildcats' turn. Then we got number 18 kicking off. Gardner Kemp for the Pleasanton Eagles. Back to return was going to be Josh Carrizales, number 22, and Austin Reyes, number 3. So if we could get one of those returns the same way they started with. So here's the run up, and the kick is to Austin Reyes. Gets it up at the 20. Stumbles, stands on his feet at the 30, and then it gets hit as he falls at about the 31. So a nice little return by Austin Reyes. So it's going to be the Cats' first offensive series. Let's see what they start with. Like I said, Marky Maldonado is out this week, the starting quarterback. So Austin Reyes is going to go ahead and take over this week. So first and 10 Cats, and they put it at the 30. So the Cats start with 3 receivers set to the left, and Josh Carrizales in the backfield. And the handoff is to Carrizales, who cuts to the outside, makes a mad miss. They're going to throw a flag right there, and I think they're going to call a holding. A nice little run by Carrizales, but it looks like it's coming back.
Carrizales on the carry for the Wildcats, making the stop number 9.
Yep, that's what it is. If he's game to 6 is going to be brought back.
Flag on the play.
A holding. So it's going to be first and 20.
Illegal blocking call against the Wildcats.
So the referee marks down 10 yards, so it's first and 20 for the Cats.
10 yards marked off, moving the ball back to the 20-yard line, brings up first and 20 for the Wildcats.
So the ball now at the 20-yard line. And it looked like the defense, they were coming from the outside, and Carrizales was able to outrun him to the outside, but he broke one tackle and he was able to gain about 6 yards. But the receiver on this is where they called it. So they've got 3 receivers set again. Carrizales in the backfield. And this time Austin Reyes keeps it, breaks a tackle, and gets it back. Maybe it gets back about 6 yards. So it's going to be second and 15. They put it at the 25. So it's second and 15. So they've got 2 receivers to the left, and Carrizales and Austin Reyes in the backfield. And it looks like the Eagles are going to bring pressure on every play. They've got three guys standing along the down lineman, and that's what happened right there. They stopped Coach Carrizales and lost 3 yards there. He had no chance. So it's third and 17 now. Again, 2 receivers to the left, and now it's Oscar Ramirez in the backfield with Austin Reyes, and the give is to Ramirez, who breaks a couple of tackles down to about the 26, but he's going to be short. It's still going to be 4th and long here, 4th and about 13. So it looks like the Wildcats are going to have to punt. As that holding hurt him right off the bat.
4th and 13 for the Wildcats.
So Austin Reyes set back up to punt it, and we've got a Pleasanton Eagle running under the field to return it. It looks like he's number 20, Jason Escamilla. There's a kick by Reyes, a nice kick. Hits at the 30, bounces at about the 25, out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. So a nice kick there by Reyes.
Punt at 48 yards. Ball spotted down at the 22-yard line, brings up 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
So like I said, they looked for that number 80 a few times, and he was overthrown a couple of times. And it was because of the pressure that the Wildcats were putting on the quarterback. He was rolling out at the same time he's trying to throw it. So it's a little bit different than just standing there throwing it with no pressure than when you're running around trying to get it to somebody. So 1st and 10 Eagles, two receivers, one in motion. The handoff is to number 2, who was in motion and gets hit, and he looked like he lost a yard.
Making a stop for the Wildcats, number 9.
Hit by number 9. David Castro, number 9, with a hit in the backfield. Loss of 2 down back to the 20-yard line, so it's 2nd and 12 for the Eagles. So 2nd and 12. And the handoff to number 4, who slips and falls. And it's going to be 3rd and 12.
Number 4.
It looks like he lost a yard. He got the ball and slipped, and he got hit by one of the Wildcats. So it's 3rd and 13. So you've got one receiver set, and number 80 is in the slot. So that's where they need to watch that little number 80. So there it is, pressure. He's got an opening, and there it is to number 80, who catches it and he gets hit, and he has enough for the first down.
Number 80, Dalton Hobbs. Making the stop, number 15, Alfredo Rios. Gain of 15 yards.
So first down for the Eagles. They needed 13 and he got 14. So 5 minutes, 30 seconds in the first quarter. The Eagles at the 35, 1st and 10. It looks like there was movement on the Eagles, so mark out 5 yards. The receiver on that side that moved, so it's going to be 1st and 15. The Eagles leading 6-0 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. And there's a handoff, and there's pressure, and the quarterback sidesteps him, and he misses him. He's running to the sideline, and he's pushed out at about the 36 for a gain of about 5, but he basically just got back the penalty. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Eagles. So we had one of our linebackers rush in, and he just kind of sidestepped him, and he missed him in the back. So he was trying to avoid everybody, just running around, and just kind of ran out of bounds. So we got 2nd and 9. One receiver to each side. And there's a snap. Quarterback back, and he just tosses it. He's got number 80 all by himself, and he's going to outrun our Wildcat for a touchdown.
64 Completion for the touchdown.
And quarterback got hit right as he threw it. So you're looking at about a 65-yard touchdown pass from Acevedo to Hobbs, and he just outran our guy on the outside. He was man to man, and he just outran him. And when he caught it, he just kind of pulled it away. So it is now 12-0, and the extra point coming up, and the extra point is good. So it is 13-0 Pleasanton with 4 minutes to go. And they can strike quick, folks.
Extra point is good. 4:40 in the first. Score is Eagles 13. Your Cats coming up.
So the Cats were moving the ball. It was just that holding that pushed them back right away. And so they're back to receive is going to be number 22, Josh Carrizales, and number 3, Austin Reyes. Number 18, Gardner Camp to kick it off. And the run up, and there's the kick right to, looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Carrizales tries to get it before it goes out of bounds, but it goes out of bounds. So the Cats are going to probably get it, or might just want to re-kick it.
Ball spotted out of bounds, right on the play. Moving the ball up to the 30-yard line.
So the Cats will get it at the 30.
Brings up first and 10 for the Wildcats.
So you've got two receivers to the left. It's Carrizales and what looks like number 34, Ramirez, who gets the handoff and gets hit and is still running. Looks like he got a gain of about 11 yards there. Nice run by Ramirez. It sure is a first down. Oscar Ramirez with a nice hard run there.
Brings up first and 10 for the Wildcats.
There's our football game announcer, Ernest Flores, Purple Rain Sports. Got to give a shout out to them. So we got two receivers to the left, and we've got Ramirez with Reyes in the backfield, and a high snap goes over Reyes' head, and Reyes grabs it and just falls on it, and a loss of about 10 there. And these little mistakes that keep costing the Cats yards.
Loss of 15 yards.
15 yards, I'm sorry. So it's second down and 25. So same formation. Carrizales in the backfield, and a quick pass, and none of the receivers turned around.
Incomplete.
So it's incomplete, and it's going to be third and long. And this is where the Eagles look like they're going to bring pressure. I don't think they're going to give Austin Reyes time to sit there and throw it. They've got two receivers to the left, Carrizales and Reyes in the backfield. And yep, here they come. And it's intended for Carrizales, who wasn't even looking, so it's another incomplete pass. And it's going to be 4th and long. It looks like they wanted to set up a screen. So here comes the punting team for the Wildcats with 3 minutes, 18 seconds. Eagles lead at 13-0. There's a kick by Reyes, a nice kick. It's going to go over, hit at the 25. The returner catches it at the 20, makes a move, but makes a couple of Wildcats move, makes another move. Now he's going opposite field. He's got a blocker. That's about the 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, and he gets hit at about the 40 of the Wildcats. Nice run there by the Pleasanton returner. He can't get his number. There looks like there's a flag over here. I didn't see it, but it looked like a lot of where he was cutting back to the inside, then cutting back to the outside. It was just bound to happen. So that's exactly what it is. They're going to call it over here. I'm blocking the back at the 22, so that negates another about 50-yard return for the Eagles. So the flag is at the 23-yard line, so they're going to call it from there. So it's going to be 10 yards from there, so it's going to be at about the 13. And again, they're going to have to put another guy on this number 80 because they're going to be looking for him. So it's going to be first down for the Eagles on their own 13-yard line. And they've got two receivers with a slot receiver. And they're finally set. And again, he's going to look for the same receiver. And he's got pressure. And the quarterback is rolling out. And he gets hit at about the 15-yard line. But it looks like there's a flag over there. Oh, there's a face mask on with the Eagle. And the referee was not playing around with that. He looks like he's upset. So he said personal foul face mask on the Eagles. And I'm thinking it was a lineman. Yes, that's what the call is. So they're going to move it back half the distance to the goal. Still first down. So there's a quick substitution for the Cats. So it's 1st and 16. And there's the snap, and they give it to the running back, who gets hit, breaks a tackle, but he's down at about the 12-yard line. Gains back the flag, basically. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Maybe 2nd and 9.
Moving the ball out to the 13-yard line.
So same formation for the Eagles. There's the snap. The quarterback goes back. He gets hit, and he's going to be sacked in the back. Number 23, it looks like. No, number 25, I'm sorry. That is Derek Ramos with the sack. loss of about 6 yards there. And that's exactly what they need, that kind of pressure on there.
Wildcat Nation.
It's 3rd and long. And you know where they're going to look here. So the Eagles are taking their time here. And it looks like he's going to call a timeout. It's taking forever to get this play in. Yeah, that's what he does. He calls a timeout with 1 minute 20 seconds in the first quarter. So it's still 13-0 Pleasanton. But it's 3rd and long.
Please do not forget to visit the visitor concession stand sponsored by the MTV Boosters. They have nachos, Frito pies, sour pickles, chips, popcorn, every wild thing you can imagine.
So let's see some scores from other games today. We've got the Bandera 14, Crystal City 0, second quarter. Lido 6, Catula 7, Centerpoint 7, La Pryor 12. Pearsall is leading 6-0. United 14, the Eagle Pass Eagles 7 at the half. Uvalde and Alamo Heights are scoreless right now in the first quarter. Alright, so here come the Eagles. The Wildcats defense already out there. So the number 80 is in the slot. The last time he did that, he ran and basically just ran a crossing route where he caught it for about 14 yards. So there's a flag.
Correction. No flag on the
Oh, so no flag. So I have to restart the play. I don't know what. Somebody threw a flag. Resetting the play clock. So there's a snap. The quarterback is back. And he gets hit. And the give is to number 4, who breaks a couple of tackles. But he's out of bounds at the 20. And he's short like 4 yards. So good job by the defense there. And it was a quick pass. The quarterback got hit right as he threw it. Defense is coming in and hitting the quarterback. And here comes the punting team for the Eagles. Good job by the defense to hold him. We've got Carrizales running back to return as the Eagles set up for the punt. So it's 4th and 2, 4th and 3. And it looks like number 2, AJ Ayala, to kick for the Eagles. And nice kick. Looks like Carrizales is going to be able to pick this one up. Oh, he's going to let it roll to the side there. It's picked up by the Eagles at the 40. So first down, Wildcats, after a good defensive stop there.
First and 10 for the Wildcats.
It's a minute 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Pleasanton Eagles 13, the Carrizo Springs Wildcats 0. So here come the Wildcats. First down, Reyes in the backfield with Carrizales, and the handoff is to Carrizales. Gets hit as he gets the handoff, and it looked like he lost a yard. Again, these linebackers are just coming through, blitzing almost on every play.
No gain on the play.
So there was no gain, so it's 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10, Reyes and loses the football, but I think he grabbed it right back. That was Oscar Ramirez again, nothing doing. Looks like there's a flag. The refs are discussing what the flag is. And it's a false start on the Wildcats.
The illegal procedure is the call against the Wildcats.
So it looks like they're going to push him back 5 yards and still going to be second down.
All kids under the age of 12 need to be with a company with an adult. They cannot be walking around.
So it looks like it's going to be a personal foul type of flag.
Staff and security are walking around monitoring.
So it's going to be 2nd and 25 for the Cats. Again, they get pushed back because of a flag or because of a bad play where the ball goes over their head or something. So it's 2nd and long. So 10 seconds left in the quarter. I think they're just going to let the quarter run out.
Marked off against the Wildcats.
So yeah, that's what happened. They're just going to let the quarter run out. So that's the end of the first quarter. As the Wildcats are down 13-0 to the Eagles. Second down for the Cats right now. As they'll switch sides, and we'll be back in just a few seconds.
Wildcats coming up.
All right, folks, we're back to start the second quarter. The Cats are second down and 25 after a big penalty there, pushed them back all the way to their own 25. So we got Reyes and Ramirez in the backfield with two receivers set to the left. So now we get the refs okay to start, and there's a handoff to Ramirez, who gets hit, breaks a tackle, is still on his feet, gains about 3 yards before he's pushed back.
Number 34,
so it's going to be 3rd and long again.
Gain of 4 yards on play. Making the stop, number 21.
And again, be prepared for the blitz here.
3rd and a lot for the Wildcats.
They just have to go deep here and then see what they can come up with. But like I said, all the linebackers look like they're right there on the line. They're coming. Here they come. And Reyes cuts to the outside. He makes a man miss, but there's a flag, and he gains about 6 yards, but there's a flag there. It looks like they're going to call holding right away.
Flag on the play.
Let's see what the flag is. Looks like Reyes lost his helmet there. Maybe he got hit. So it's.
Penalty is on the Eagles.
So I don't know what the flag is yet. They still haven't.
5 yards marked off.
It's offsides on the Eagles. So it's offsides on the Eagles. So the Cats are still third and about 16 yards, and it's Reyes is on the sideline now. And we've got number 22 Carrizales as a quarterback now. So it might just be a direct snap, and he keeps it. Breaks a couple of tackles. He's in the open field, down to about the 46-yard line. He gains about 12 yards there. He's still short about 5 yards. They might just have to punt it. They're just. So let's see what they do here. It's 4th down. And it looks like they're going to, because Reyes is a punter as well, so they might just have to go for it here. It looks like they're looking at Reyes like he got hit. Maybe got hit a little bit where he's feeling a little woozy, because they're not looking at any his legs or his arms or anything. It looks like they're just asking him questions, so he just might have got dizzy there with one of the hits. And his helmet is off right now. So the Cats call a timeout with 10 minutes and 5 seconds.
Once again, don't forget to head on, if you are in high school or at junior school, to the 5th quarter at the First Baptist Church. Once again, the 5th quarter at the First Baptist Church after the game.
So again, Reyes on the sideline on the play before where the Eagles were offsides. He ran outside to the sideline. It looked like he got a hit maybe late, and he might have just, because he looked like he's shaking his head a little bit, so it might have been just a hit to the head. They got a couple of trainers around him, but it looks like the Cats are going to kick it, and Carrizales kicks it, hits it about the 40, but it goes sideways, so Eagles are going to grab it at about the 40. There's another flag.
11-yard punt, moving the ball up to the 44-yard line. Brings up the 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
About the 44-yard line for the Eagles. So here come the Eagles, and here comes the Wildcats defense, who did a good job the last series before. So let's see if they can keep it going. They got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And they've got Arevalo, the running back, behind the quarterback. And the toss is to Arevalo, number 4, who gets hit at the line of scrimmage, but breaks away and gains about 5 right after. So he got stood up, but was able to break away and gain about 5-6 yards right after that.
Making a stop for the Wildcats, number 43, Sergio Carrera. Brings up 2nd down.
So it's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Eagles. Same formation. There's a snap. The give again is to number 4, who gets hit again at the line. This time he misses. He gets flipped over at about the 34-yard line. Gets enough for the 1st down. So those running backs are getting hit at the line of scrimmage. They're just breaking away and then gaining tons of yards right after.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
So it's 1st down, Pleasanton at the 36-yard line. They've got the same formation going, so there's a snap, low snap. Quarterback has plenty of time. He looks for number 80 and he gets hit. Catches it for about 9 yards. Good job there to hit him right as he caught it. It looks like number 8, Kyle Briseño. So 2nd and 1, same formation. And there's a snap. And it's a quick pass, and he overthrows him. And I thought it went backwards, but they're going to say it was just a forward pass, an incomplete pass. So it's 3rd and 1. And the pass was intended to number 2. AJ Ayala kind of got turned around there as he fell as he was trying to catch it. So incomplete, 3rd and 1, 8:16 left in the half. So there's a snap that gives to number 4, who gets stacked up. I don't think he got it. I think he lost a yard. So it's going to be 4th and 2. Good job there by the Wildcats. Lost 3 yards, make it 4th and 3 there. Derek Ramos with the initial hit, and then the rest of the Wildcats came and pushed everything back. So the Eagles now are at the 29-yard line. It's a 4th down, and they are not going to kick it. They're going to go for it, and it's going to be 7 minutes, 40 seconds left. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's a low snap, and he's going to throw it right away, and he catches it. Number 80 catches it. Nice catch. Enough for the 1st down. But there was no pressure on the quarterback on that one. So he was able to look at number 80 the whole way. But that was still a good catch. It looked like he had overthrown him, but it was still a good catch by the number 80. But he said he was right with him, but he's just a little bit taller than him. And then had to go up and grab it. So it's enough for the 1st down. So the Eagles are 1st down at the 21. And there's a snap. And here come the Cats, and they grab him. And he pitches it, and it's dropped. So it's an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. So the quarterback was under a lot of pressure there. He's trying to fight off, and then just kind of flicked it over to one of the receivers. And he dropped it, so it's 2nd and 10. I think he would have lost yardage even if he would have caught it. So it's 2nd down for the Eagles. Same formation. Tight end in motion, and we got a guy moving, so they're going to have to stop this play. They got a receiver running all by himself, all alone. So it's a false start for the Eagles, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 15, I'm sorry. So again, the same formation for the Eagles. And it's 2nd and 15 with 7 minutes left. And there's the snap, and it's a deep pass to number 80, and he's got him all by himself. Touchdown, Eagles.
26-yard reception for the touchdown.
So that was just a straight pitch and catch for number 80, and that's his 2nd score. So the Eagles now lead 19-0 with the extra point to come. So the extra point is up, and it is good. So the Eagles now lead it 20-0 over the Cats.
Please help keep the bleacher clean by taking all the trash from the trash can. The future Wildcats from the Pee Wee Football League use the stadium on Saturday. The hard-working custodial staff would appreciate anyone's help to keep the facilities clean.
So we've got 6 minutes, 54 seconds in the 2nd quarter. Pleasanton 20, the Wildcats 0.
Must be sitting with their parents. Reminders.
So let's give you some scores from other games here. Alamo Heights 7, Uvalde 0. Bandera 14, Crystal City 7, still 2nd quarter. Catula 7, Lidle 6. La Pryor 12, Center Point 7. And Pearsall leads it still 12-0. So the Eagles are setting up to kick it. We've got number 22 Carrizales and number 14 in the back to return. And they're still looking at Austin Reyes out here. And it just might have been a hard hit because right after he was shaking his head, so that's probably what it was. So there's a run up and the kick, and it goes into the end zone. So the Cats are going to get it at the 25-yard line.
For the Wildcats. Ball spotted out at the 25-yard line. There's a first and 10 for the Wildcats.
So the Eagles defense on the field and the Cats ready to come back on offense with Carrizales as a quarterback.
And if you're able to slip your security, make your way down to
both the starting quarterback and the backup quarterback are out. Marky Maldonado, the starter, was not dressed today, and Austin Reyes just got hurt in the last series. So we're down to our third string quarterback, which I think is just Josh Carrizales. Our starting running back is just moving into the quarterback position. And let's see what we can do here. So Carrizales again keeps it. He runs to the outside. He breaks a tackle. He's got a guy on him, and he's able to hold on and push him out of bounds after a gain of about 16 yards. So Carrizales is just going sideways and just outrunning everybody. And if these linebackers are going to keep blitzing, they're not going to be able to catch him. So they're going to have to start standing back and see what he does. Because they're blitzing and coming into the line. Carrizales, by the time they see, he's already out to the side. So it's going to be first down Cats at the 42-yard line. And there's the snap. And this time he gives it to number 5, who breaks a tackle, cuts to the outside, and is knocked down after a gain of about 3 yards. That was number 5, Christian de la Cruz. Well, they're going to mark him back. They think they're going to give him 2 yards instead of the 3. As he kind of got flipped over. So they can do that. They can hold these linebackers from just coming in and pressuring without any regard. And if they do that, they're going to be able to break some big runs. There's a flag here, and it looks like number 14 for the Cats moved. Yeah, that's what it is. It's false start on number 14. So it is going to be second down and 12 for the Cats. 5 minutes left, 5:34 left in the second quarter. So again, one receiver to the left, number 14. Carrizales, a quarterback. There's a snap, high snap. Carrizales keeps it, makes a guy miss, cuts to the outside, breaks another tackle. He's in the open, 45, 50 to the 40, and he's just kind of just shoved out of bounds. Oh, one guy to beat. First down for the Wildcats. Nice run there by Carrizales.
Gain of 15 yards on the play. Ball spotted out at the 47-yard line. Brings up first and 10 for the Wildcats.
They're going to mark him out of bounds. I think he stepped out of bounds at about the 47. So it's a few yards behind where he ended up at. But it's still enough for the first down. So we got one receiver set, and there's a snap to give it to number 5. Who's got it not at the corner. He's trying to outrun the defensive end who catches him, but he's able to get about 5 yards. Christian de la Cruz with a nice run, a nice stiff arm.
Gain of 5 yards.
So it is second down and 5. So these defensive ends are going to have to Well, it's the linebackers that are not coming in as they were before. So we got 4 minutes left in the half as the Cats are at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 5. Again, one receiver set. Christian De La Cruz and Josh Carrizales in the backfield. And Carrizales keeps it again. This time he's cut to the outside. Makes a guy miss. He's still on his feet. Was able to be thrown out at about the 42, at the 39. So he gained another 3 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats. So the stop there was made by number 77, one of the linemen, who was able to just grab his jersey. They've been doing a lot of running. The Eagles linemen have been doing a lot of running in these last few plays that they hadn't been doing. So there's a snap. Carrizales again keeps it right up the middle, and it looks like he got it. If they give him forward progress, he got it.
So
he needed 2 and he got 2, so let's see.
The official time out on the field, starting the clock with 2:49.
The ref is looking, and it's really close, so they're going to have to probably measure.
And throw your trash in the receptacle.
So no, they're not going to give it to him. They're going to call him short, half a yard short. So it's going to be 4th and about half a yard. We got 2:36 and running before the half. So a big play here for the Wildcats. Oh, and the Cats moved, so they're going to have to. That play was due from the beginning. Some of the players were still standing around when they hiked it. So we got 4th and 6 now. And these are the mistakes that we're talking about. These are little mistakes that will be fixed. And it's a learning curve. But once they're fixed, because they're not big things that you look at it and say, well, we can't fix it. Remember, Oscar Ramirez had been out for a few weeks, so the Cats with a minute 55 seconds decided to call a timeout. That's what they should have done before to come to work on that play. But I think they had enough time. It's just 4th and half a yard and trying to get into it. You get a little excited, and he ended up moving just a little bit. But like I said, most of these little things are the things that stop drives and end momentum for the Cats. And momentum is a big deal, especially in football, where once you get the momentum, you can take over a game and never look back. That's why a lot of games sometimes get out of control, where their score is really high, as the momentum just never stops for one of the teams. And so it means a lot. Momentum, to have momentum in a game is a big deal. You see teams come back, and you're like, well, how can they come back? It's the momentum. Momentum means a lot, and once you have it, you can do a lot of things. So, and right now the Cats have it, and little things like this will stop it, like these little flags or these little, turnovers or mistakes that will end your momentum. So that's the only thing that they need to fix. But they can fix it. It can be fixed. So here we go. Carrizales, quarterback with 3 receivers, and there's another flag. And it's a false start. It's a false start on the Wildcats. So it's going to be 4th and 10 now. So now they're just going to kick it. So see, from 4th and half a yard to 4th and 10 on 2 straight false starts kills their momentum. So 4th and 10 for the Cats. Carrizales in the backfield to kick, and they've got number 21, Jose de la Cruz for Pleasanton, back to receive. And another flag. And it looks like it's going to be... What is going on now? I have no idea what happened. I don't see a flag.
Official timeout.
I don't see a flag, so I don't know what the discussion is. And the referee is now coming to talk to Coach Abshire about something, and we have no idea what it is. So they're looking over here by the side of the field, and I have no idea what they're... So I have no idea what's going on. So, all right. So here we go. There's a snap to Carrizo, who fakes it himself, cuts back inside, and he is not gonna make it. He is hit at about the 45 and brought down. He didn't have enough room. He went to the short end of the field and was hit at about the 45 yards. So he still had a few yards to go. But a good try there. It's a good time to attempt a fake. So we got a minute 51 seconds.
Also, no waiting in the line on the visitor side.
So the Eagles now are set up at about the 46-yard line with a 3-receiver set. Number 80 all by himself over there, and I think he's just going to run a straight. Well, here come the Cats, and there it is again. Number 80 catches it in stride, and he's gone. Touchdown, Eagles. It's been the same play, 3 straight scores for number 80. And now the Eagles now lead 26-0. That's his 3rd touchdown. And the Eagles now set to kick the extra point. So there's a snap. And no kick. It's the holder's still running with the ball, but he is hit and nowhere to go. And there's a flag, and I don't know. The Wildcat picked up the ball and he's running with it. He's still running with it. It looks like he's going to go the entire length of the field, and the refs are just going to let the play go. He gets tackled, but in the end zone. They're going to call it a 2-point for the Cats, but there's 3 flags over here, and I don't know who they are, but all of a sudden our Wildcat kind of ran out of the pile with the ball. Number 43. Sergio Sonora ran the entire length of the field. The head ref was right with him. But there's 3 flags, and I'm assuming they're all going to be offset. There's 3 flags. There's 4 flags on the field.
Personal foul, face mask against the Wildcats.
So there was a face mask on the holder when he was trying to run. The Cats grabbed his face mask, so that was a 15 yards right there. And then the ball popped out, I guess, or that's why the ball popped out. So that negates all of that. So now the Eagles are coming in, and they're not going to kick it. They're just going to go for 2 this time. So it's still 26-0 with the extra point to come. So here we go. There's a snap. And the quarterback is rolling, and he's got a couple of players. And number 80 catches it off a couple of tips. So the 2-point conversion is good.
Number 80 off and off. 1:42 left in the second. 28 Eagles. Wildcats coming up.
So bounced off a couple of guys, and number 80 ended up with the ball. So the 2-point conversion is good. With 1 minute 42 seconds left in the half. And they're quick striking, folks. That's why, I mean, 1 play, 2 plays, and they're... So here's some scores. Alamo Heights 14, Uvalde 0. United 14, Eagle Pass 7. Banderas Steel 14, Crystal City 7 at the half. Lido 6, Petula 7 at the half. La Pryor 20, Center Point 7. And Pearsall is still up 12-0 at the half. So back to receive is going to be Carrizales, and number 14, Avery Ramirez, and the run up by number 18 for the Eagles, and there's a kick, and it's going to go to Avery Ramirez, who picks it up at about the 15, 20, 25. He's trying to fight off some guys and gets hit, and the ball popped out as he gets hit.
Number 14, Avery Ramirez. However, folks, flag on the play.
So are they gonna call it a fumble or? Oh, there's a flag over here on the Eagles.
Offside is the ball against the Eagles.
So it was offsides on Pleasanton. So all of that's just gonna be negated, and they're just gonna start it here at the 30 probably. I mean, well, there's a turnover, so they can't just take it at the 30. They're going to have to re-kick it.
Ball will be re-kicked.
Because the Eagles ended up with the ball, so they have to either re-kick it. Yeah, that it looks like that's what's going to happen. They're going to have to re-kick it, but they have to mark off the 5 yards and then re-kick it. So now they have Ramirez and Carrizales in the backfield to return. So the return team has to get back on the field here. They marked it off. Now they kicks it from the 35-yard line. Yes, folks. A minute 32 seconds left. So it's Carrizales and Ramirez in the backfield. Okay, number 18 for the Eagles, ready to kick it off. And there's the run up and the kick. And this time it's Carrizales who gets it at the 10, 15, 20, 25. Makes a couple of guys miss, gets caught from behind, gets hit, and down at about the 28-yard line. So first down, Wildcats. Nice little return there by Josh Carrizales.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
So the Cats have a minute 23 seconds to see what they can do. So again, we're without our starting quarterbacks. Carrizales is a quarterback. Just moved from starting running back to quarterback, and he's got Ramirez right next to him with 3 receivers to the right. And we have another flag now for the delay of game for the Cats.
Flag on the play. The latest game with the Carrizo Wildcats.
Somebody needs to keep an eye on that clock there. So again, same formation. Carrizales takes the snap and he keeps it. Cuts to the inside, cuts to the outside. Now he's got an open field. The 30, 40, 45, 50 still running. Oh, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 48. They're going to mark him out at the 49. So that was about a 22-yard run by Carrizales. With a minute 10 seconds. Well, the clock's supposed to stop because either he went out of bounds or to move the chains, and the clock's still running. And it's still running. So Carrizales in the backfield, the three wide receivers to the right, with Ramirez in the backfield with Carrizales. 40 seconds and counting, and the give is going to be to Ramirez, who breaks through the line there and gets about 5 yards. And I don't think the Cats time out. That's when that made a big difference, because it would have, if he went out of bounds, it would have stopped at a minute and 9 seconds. Right now there's 22 seconds and counting, and this might be the last play that the Cats have, unless there's an incomplete pass or he runs out of bounds. 13 seconds at the 45, and the give is no. Carrizales keeps it, and it looks like he's going to run out of bounds this time at about the 32, and they're going to stop the clock with 1 second left. So Carrizales gains another 10 yards here, and they've got 1 second left on the clock. So it's 33 at the 33, first and 10 Cats. So this is going to be the last play of the half, and it's got to go to the end zone. And let's see who can. So we've got 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right, and one of the receivers comes back to the backfield to help, I guess, to block. And the give is to Ramirez, who breaks to the outside, and he's just going to try and run, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. So they just ran out of time. They were moving the ball pretty good. So they're going to get into the second half. So let's see what happens as the time runs out, and it is going to be the Eagles 28, the Cats 0 at halftime. Take a short break, and we'll be right back, folks. All right, folks, and we're back to start the second half. The band just got off the field. They ran a little long, so the teams are both on there, and we're ready to go. Somebody left a ladder in the middle of the field, so it's right at the 50. So the ref's about to go get it. I think it's one of the stands for the what do you call him? Well, it's just a ladder. I thought it was for the drum major. So the Cats are going to receive, and it's going to be Carrizales and number 5, Christian de la Cruz, and number 14, Avery Ramirez to return.
Number 14, Avery Ramirez.
So this is a whole new ballgame, folks. I know it's 28-0, but it's not a district game. It's a game to see what the Cats can do now that they're behind, and see what kind of character they can show when they're losing. So here we go. Number 18 running up, and there's a kick, and it is hits it about the 20. Carrizales picks it up at the 10, 15, 20, makes a move, get hit, cuts to the outside, cuts back inside, gets hit in the face mask. I don't think they saw that, and he was dropped at about the 23, but the face mask had a lot to do with it. They turned his face back to the side, but I don't think anybody saw it. So he's down at the 23.
23-yard line brings up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
And I think it's going to be Carrizales, the quarterback. I think Austin Reyes was hit in the head. That's what I hear. So he's not going to come back. I think it's going to be Josh for the rest of the game. So here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cats at the 23-yard line, with Carrizales and Ramirez in the backfield. And the give is to Ramirez. He's coming to the outside, and there we go again. Another flag. So it's a false start again on the Wildcats. And here we go, 5 yards back.
False start is the call against the Wildcats. 5 yards marked off.
So those hurt because you start behind right away. It's going to be 1st and 15. So instead of 10, now you got to go 15 yards. So those are momentum killers. That's what I keep saying, that momentum is a big deal. And you start off right away with a penalty, and it just kills it. So here we go. The snap is to Carrizales. Again, now the handoff to Ramirez, who cuts back to the inside, breaks a couple of tackles, fighting for yardage, and he gains about 2 or 3. One lineman grabbed him and just would not let him go. He was able to gain about 2 or 3 yards. So 2nd down for the Cats.
Wildcat Nation, go Cats go! Go Cats go!
So they're only going to give him 1 yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 14. So again, same formation. Carrizales in the backfield, and he keeps it, and he cuts to the inside. He gets hit hard and pushed backwards, and it looked like he gained 1 yard.
Josh Friday saw this on the carry for the Wildcats. Gain of 1 yard on them. They made it a stop for the Eagles.
So it's 3rd and 13 for the Cats.
I will.
So we've got the cheerleaders here throwing some stuff up to the stands. I got that little air gun, and I was afraid that thing's gonna hit somebody right in the face. Okay, here we go. Carrizales with the snap gets hit almost right away, so he's able to fight for yardage. And look, they're gonna give him 1 yard. But it's going to be 4th and long. They got Mike Garza here going nuts because he got a t-shirt. All right, so it's fourth down for the Cats, 4th and 11. Carrizal is back to punt. And there's the punt. And it hits at about the 40, bounces at the 45, goes out of bounds. So it's going to be Eagles ball at about the 40. Let's see where they count at about 44.
44-yard line.
Yeah, 44-yard line. The Cats. So it's a short punt. So here comes the defense. And again,
just a reminder, folks.
They need to do something about that 80 out there. Maybe get him some help. Kyle Pleasanton is the one out there one-on-one with him, so he needs maybe a little safety just to cut the route if he gets behind him. Kyle's a good maybe 5'5", and you're talking about Hobbs over there is about 6'4", 6'5". All right, so here we go. First down for the Eagles. Tight end in motion, and the give is to number 4, who finds nothing but fights off a blocker, and then he fights off another one, and he's still running. Finally tripped up at about the 26 yard. There's a flag, a late flag. Let's see what this is. This one was from one of the, I think from the umpire there. First of all, they're going to call a face mask on the Wildcats. Well, they saw that one, but they didn't see Josh's. So you're going to add 15 yards to the end of this run at the 26. So they're going to go down to about the 11-yard line. So marking it off all the way, down to the 13-yard line. I'm sorry. So it's 1st and 10 at the 13. For the Eagles, same formation, one receiver on each side.
15 yards marked off against the Wildcats.
Running back with the quarterback, and the handoff again is to number 4, right up the middle, and he's hit, and he's still dragging the pile. Gains about 6 yards.
So
Arevalo, the running back, is fighting for yardage there, and gets about 6. So it's 2nd and 4. So again, same formation. They're not even huddling. They're just running the same formation with Arevalo and in the backfield. And the quarterback takes a snap, drops back, and he's got a receiver open, but he was overthrown, and they're gonna call pass interference. I don't know about that. I don't think he prevented receiver from catching that ball. I mean, so it's going to be 1st and goal at about the 3-yard line. So the quarterback just kind of dropped back and just threw it, but it was out of bounds. So even if he would have caught it, he wouldn't have. But it's off or not. It's 1st down, 1st and goal at the 3. And I'm looking at a quick slant to number 80. So here we go. We got the quarterback is going to hand it off to number 4, and he's going to go up the middle, and he's going to take the pile into the end zone.
Number 4, Arevalo.
So Arevalo scores, and it looks like he barely got in, but he did get in. So the ref on the other side did make the signal that he had scored. The other one on this side was trying to see if he was in, but he is in. So they're giving him the score. So it is 34-0 with extra point coming up. And they've been having trouble with this, with the extra points. The holder's been dropping some, and they just haven't had a clean one all night. This looks like it's the first one, and it's good.
Extra point is good. 26 left in the 3rd.
So Eagles now lead 35. The Cats 0.
Once again, folks, please help out the custodial staff. Please throw your trash in the trash bin.
Alright, so the Cats again to receive, and like I said, momentum. They have to get the momentum. Carrizales and De La Cruz back to receive.
Number 14, Andrew Ramirez, and number 22, Josh Carrizales,
scores
for
here.
the return to the Wildcats.
We got United 35, Eagle Pass 21, Alamo Heights 14, Walde 14, Bandera 14, Crystal City 7. That's in the fourth quarter. Catula 14, Lido 6, Prior 33, Center Point 7.
Touchback on the field, ball spotted down.
There's the kick, but it looks like it's going to go into the end zone. So Wildcats first down at the 25. And they just need to put everything out of their mind and start if the game was 0-0, so they can, because they start worrying about, well, we're behind 35 points, and they're not going to be they're going to be rushing in and trying to figure out what to do. If they just figure out, you know what, it's 0-0, let's just play. You never know what can happen. So it's a first down for the Wildcats. Carrizales again at quarterback. Both their guys are injured, so he's the third guy in. And there's the snap, and he keeps it up the middle. He breaks to the outside to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's got the opening 50, 45, 40. He's still running 40, 35, 30, and he gets tripped up right at the edge. Oh my gosh, what a run by Carrizales. He just about broke it, and the last guy just dove and kind of hit his foot. If not, he would have scored. That's about a 50-yard run by Carrizales. And that last guy just dove like out of desperation and hit him right in the ankle and was able to knock him down. But what a run by Carrizales there. Broke a couple tackles on his way all the way down to about the 25 of the Eagles. So that's about a 50-yard run by Carrizales. And here we go. The give was going to be given to Ramirez, but Carrizales keeps it, and he's going up the middle for another 10 yards. First down, Wildcats. Carrizales taking this series on his back. So the Cats now first down at the 15-yard line, make it the 14-yard line with 7 minutes to go.
Wildcat Nation, go Cats go! Go Cats go!
Alright, so here we go. Same formation. One receiver to the left. Carrizales takes the snap. Gives it to number 34, Ramirez, who's fighting for yardage. Gets a couple of stiff arms. Fights for yardage. He gets taken out of bounds, and there's another flag. It looked like they're going to call a face mask on one of them. I don't know if it's going to be Ramirez or the Eagle that tackled him. Because Ramirez was putting stiff arms on everybody, knocking them out.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Is it called against the Eagle?
Yeah, and it looks like they called it on the Eagle because I don't think he liked getting stiff armed to the ground. So he might have just hit him late afterwards or pushed him out of bounds after he was already out of bounds. So they threw the flag there. So that's 15 yards, half the distance from the 14. So they're going to be at the 7-yard line. And it looks like this would be enough for first down. Or it's an automatic first down for that matter. So it's going to be first goal for the Cats at the 7.
Go Cats go! Go
They've got one
Cats
receiver
go.
to the left, to the right. I'm sorry, Carrizales and Ramirez. Carrizales takes a snap, and he cuts to the inside, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats! Josh Carrizales with a nice run up the middle, and just like that, the Cats are on the board. Great job by Carrizales. Great vision up the middle. It did look like there was nothing there, and all of a sudden the hole opened up, and he hit it pretty quickly. So the Cats are going to go for 2 and save formation with Ramirez and Carrizales in the backfield. Number 14, the slow receiver, Carrizales takes the handoff, and he's going to cut back inside again, and it looked like he's in again.
Carrizales in for the 2-point conversion.
No, that's what we got. One ref saying yes, and we got one ref saying no. So let's see. We got one. The one on that side saying no. The one on this side saying yes. So we don't know. There's a ref.
Official timeout on the field.
And it is good. So the guy on this side overruled it because the guy on this side, you could see that he could see.
All right, Wildcat fans, don't be afraid.
So the ref on our side overruled the one on that side. So it is good. So it is 35-8. Carrizales with a great series there. And like I said, little drives like that you pick up momentum and can give you 2-3 scores just like that. I know it's 35-8, but you get it a couple more scores, and with 2-point conversion, 35-24, it doesn't look and feel as bad, and the momentum can take you a long way. So here we go, Cats at 35-8, ready to kick it off. So we got number 81 for the Wildcats to kick off. And there's a kickoff, and it's a short kickoff. And number 2 picks it up on the run. It gets hit hard at about the 44-yard line.
Joey Trujillo and number 11, J.P. John, return of 9 yards on the play.
So good job of handling the ball, number 2 for Pleasanton. He caught it on the run and got hit almost immediately. Was able to hold on, so he ran it about 2-3 yards and then got hit at about the 46-yard line. So it's first down, Eagles, with 6:56 left. Oh, there's a flag.
Ball spotted down at midfield, brings up 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
So it looks like the flag is on the Wildcats, was offsides on the kickoff. And they're going to mark it. They need to add 5 yards to the end of the run. But they're trying to figure out where the end of the run was. Or they had already counted it.
Defense.
I think that's what had happened. They had already said he was down at the 46. At the 44, and then they gave him the 5 yards, so it's at the 49. It's right at midfield for the Eagles. Same formation. We got receiver in motion, and they give it to number 4, who's hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he's brought down. No gain. Maybe they're going to give him 4 progress, maybe a yard.
Gain 2 yards.
So second down for the Eagles. 6 minutes, 36 seconds. So again, same formation. They've got the number 3 now as a running back in the backfield, Daniel Valadez. And we got a movement over here by the Eagles. So, like I said, momentum starts, and one little thing will snowball, and they're going to go 5 yards back for the Eagles. So it's going to be 2nd and 13. Alright, so here's the snap to number 8, who's got plenty of time, and he throws it, and it is, goes through one of the Eagles receivers' hands, and it is caught by number 80 that was behind him. So great concentration there by number 80. The ball wasn't even intended for him. It went through number 2's hands, bounced up a little bit, and 80 kind of caught it diving, and it was enough for a first down. So the Eagles are able to convert, so it's 1st and 10 at the 41. And there's the snap, and there's a quick pass, and there's nothing doing, incomplete pass, and the pressure was coming from the Cats, so they had to rush his throw. And I just would do that for the rest of the game. I would just bring a blitz every play, because he seems to struggle a little bit when they get pressure on him. The passes are completely off when he gets somebody on him. When he's standing there with no pressure, he can hit the guy in stride pretty easily. But if you got pressure on, he looks like he's been off of those passes. I don't think he's completed a single one. So here they come again. They've got pressure on him. He's trying to run now. Here we go. He's cutting to the outside. There's a flag, and it's going to be a holding on the Eagles. And the quarterback still running, runs out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. But there's a flag. It's a holding. You saw it right away. So you're talking about 10 yards going back. So he gained about 10 yards, but it's all for naught. It's coming back. So it is now at the 49 of the Eagles. So it is going to be 2nd and 20 with 5 minutes 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. So here we go. Safe formation for the Eagles. And here they come. Here come the Cats. And there's a pass, and it's caught by number 2. Fought off a Wildcat there, and he's still running. And they're going to call him down, but the ball came loose, and it looks like the Wildcat ended up with it. But they're going to say he was down.
Pass complete to number 2, A.J. Ayala. Gain of 27 yards, bringing us up to the Wildcat.
So that was enough for the first down. And it was the initial contact where he hadn't made it, but he spun his way out of the tackle and gained another 5 yards, so that would made it enough. So it is first down for the Eagles at the 23-yard line. Safe formation, here we go. And there's a snap by the quarterback, and the give is to number 3, who fights his way, and he's in the open field, and he's running over people, gets hit in the back, down to about the 3-yard line.
Then Valdez on the carry for 20 yards for the Eagles.
So the Eagles are now no huddling.
First and goal for the Eagles.
So the snap is again to number 3, who takes it in for the score.
Valdez in for the touchdown.
So the Eagles now are up 41-8 with the extra point to come. So again, another low handling there by the, but he still gets it in, and it's good. So it is now 42-8.
Coming up. Don't forget to head on down to the concession stand, try that corn cup.
So I've got 4 minutes, 17 seconds in the third quarter, and the score is 42-8. So Carrizales
back for the kickoff for the Wildcats, Josh Carrizales
and Avery Ramirez. And number 18 again, ready to kick it off. There's a run up. And a kick, it looks like it's going to go into the end zone. So touchback, and the Cats will take over at the 25-yard line. So let's see some other scores here, before the Cats take the field. Alright, I'll get the scores in a little bit. Here we go. The Cats, same formation that they've been using with Carrizo as quarterback. Carrizo takes the snap, and again he cuts it back to the inside, and again he's breaking tackles, and he's still on his feet. Look at this kid run. Wow. He got 3-4 guys, and his legs were still turning. He was able to get 3 more yards after that contact. This is a strong little kid, and he doesn't look that big, but he carried like 3 guys. L76 is a huge kid for Pleasanton, and he was carrying him, and it looked like he just couldn't believe what was going on.
Let's try it again.
So it's 2nd down and 8.
Go, Cats, go.
And we got let's see, I don't know if they're looking at one of the players. It looks like an equipment thing, but they're going to go ahead and let him stay in. The Cats are 2nd and 2 at the 33. So here we go, Carrizales with Ramirez. And the give is to Ramirez, who gets hit, and the backfield, who's still trying to run. But he gets stacked up, and it looks like he lost a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. They lost 2 yards, I'm sorry. So it's 3rd and 4 for the Cats. So 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, with the Eagles up 42-8. And again, same formation. Carrizo is ready to take the snap, and he does. And there's a flag already. Oh, and Carrizo is trying to throw it, and it looks like he got hit. And there's a flag on both sides. There's 3. There's another flag. Carrizo saw an open guy. He tried to throw it, but coming to the opposite side of the field, which is a no-no when you're trying to throw the ball. But there's just flags everywhere. I mean, there's a ref that threw his hat as well, so that's another flag. So they might be all offset penalties, because there was one before he threw it, and then there was like 2 or 3 after he threw it. So let's see here. So here's some scores. We got Catula 14, Lido 12, Poteet 33, Natalia 41, Bracket 64, Rock Springs 0, La Prairie 47, Center Point 7, Crystal City 7, Bandera 24, 4 minutes left in that one. Alamo Heights 14, Uvalde 14. You got Eagle Pass Win 17, Laredo Martin 28. And we have some finals here. Sabinal 14, Charlotte 41. So that all those flags, the first one was a personal foul, so that overrules everything. So the Cats get 15 yards and a first down. So after all that, the interception, everything, all of it comes back, and the Cats have the ball, and Carrizales takes the snap, cuts outside, and gets hit, and is dropped at the line of scrimmage. I think now the Eagles already know that that's coming. Either Carrizales is grabbing it, or Ramirez is grabbing it. So they gave him a yard on the forward progress. So it's 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line. 37-yard line. With 2 minutes, 13 seconds left in the third quarter. So there you go. Takes the snap. Ramirez has the ball and it gets hit right away. And he lost about 3-4 yards.
Making the start, Valadez lost of 5 yards in the play. Brings up third down to 15.
So it's going to be third and long here. So we've got 3 receivers to the left. And Carrizales and Ramirez in the backfield. And they're coming. Well, they made a mistake there because they tried to blitz Carrizales, and Carrizales was able to outrun him. But they were able to push him out right before the first down marker, so it's 4th and short. So they're gonna mark him out a couple yards behind, so it's 4th down. It looks like they're gonna kick it. So it's gonna be Carrizales back to kick, number 21 for the Eagles. Jose de la Cruz back to receive, and there's the snap. Carrizales kicks it, and it's a high kick but a short kick, and it takes a Carrizo bounce, and it's still going forward all the way up to about the 46.
Ball spotted down at the 46-yard line. 18-yard punt brings up 1st and 10 for the.
So it's first down for Pleasanton with 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Alright, so here come the Eagles. This Wildcat defense already out there. So there's the snap. Oh, and the quarterback just got destroyed, folks. Oh my gosh, number 43 just destroyed that quarterback. And they're going to call roughing the passer.
On the play.
As Ashibidi said, you just... What? And they're gonna say that he's been ejected from the game. Are you kidding me?
Personal foul targeting against the Wildcats.
This is crazy. The quarterback just basically turned around, and our defensive man just destroyed him as he's throwing the ball, and the ref throws a flag. Right as he let it go, he got hit. And I mean, he just legs went upwards, flipped him over. I just oh, give me a break. What, we're just hitting him too hard?
Official timeout.
That's what it's going to be. We just hit their quarterback too hard. And Briseño looked like he's been ejected from the game.
.30 yards being marked up against the Wildcats. Personal foul targeting and unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wildcats. 30 yards marked off. Moving the ball to the 23-yard line brings up 1st and 10.
So they marked off 2 flags. A targeting, which automatically ejects a player, and then an unsportsmanlike was 30 yards for the Eagles. And I'm still trying to figure out, well, what's with the 30 yards? So here we go. It's going to be personal foul, targeting.
Personal foul against the Wildcats, targeting. 15 yards also.
And then on sportsmanlike
conduct, 15 yards marked off.
Like another 15 yards.
30 yards total. Brings up first and 10.
And the player has been ejected.
Player is ejected.
So he has to completely leave the field. He can't even stay on the sideline. Oh well. So all of that leads the Eagles to have the ball at the 23-yard line. And there's a deep pass, but it's overthrown to number 80. So we just hit their quarterback just a little too hard, and our guy gets ejected for targeting. So it's a 2nd and 10 for the Eagles with 47 seconds left. Same formation. And the quarterback again is going to get hit. And let's see if there's a flag now.
Making the stop for the Wildcats, number 32.
So there's a sack.
Gabriel on his. Loss of 6 yards on the play.
So I don't know what the difference was with this one and the other one. I guess because he threw the ball. This one he had the ball with him. So it is 3rd and long for the Eagles, and it looks like they're just going to let the quarter run out. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do, let the quarter run out. So that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
All right, fans, let's try something new. Everybody, get your cell phone out. Turn your light on. Everybody, get your cell phone out, turn your lights on. There we go. Everybody, let's see everybody get involved.
So we've got starting the 4th quarter with the Eagles a second. See, I think it's gonna be a 3rd and long. We've got our press box here with a little bit of journey going on, and the flashlights on their phones. Everybody seems to be participating, like we're at a concert or something. Good job, guys. Enough of that nonsense. Let's go. So it's 3rd down Eagles. 3rd and about 16.
Good job, everybody.
And same formation, number 8. Quarterback takes the snap. And again, now he's being pressured. He's being pressured by number 54. I don't know if he's going to catch him. Cuts the corner, but he goes out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. He's still short about 6 yards.
Also got on the carry for the Eagles.
Oh, he stepped out of bounds even further out. I thought he was short about 6 yards. He's short about 12 yards. So he likes to go out of bounds. So it's 4th and 12. So here, I just think they're going to go to number 80, but I would just bring the house here. Bring everybody. Don't give him time to throw it at all. And here he comes. And it is to number 80 who gets hit. And he's still fighting for yardage, and it looks like he did get the 1st down. He's really close. And this is the last extra yard that he fought for, that he did get it. He got hit by like 3 or 4 Wildcats trying to fight it. And so did the quarterback. So it's 1st and 10. Wildcats with 11 minutes, 30 seconds left to go.
They told me to do that, and it's only on the home side.
Okay.
Call against the Wildcats.
There's a play there.
First down.
There's offsides against the Wildcats, so it's going to be 1st and 5. So we got 11:02 left. There's the snap to give it to number 25. The handoff is, and I don't know which one he is. There's two piles. One of them went into the end zone. The other one went backwards, and it looks like he went to the one where it went backwards. So it's 2nd down for the Eagles. So it's two little piles. One little pile ended up in the end zone, and the other one ended up behind the line of scrimmage. So that was to number 25 for the Eagles, Jesse John Gale. So it's 2nd and 3 for the Eagles. There's a handoff given again to number 25. Gets hit, and he's still, the pile's moving, and the linemen push him into the end zone.
4-yard
So touchdown for the Eagles.
And for the touchdown, number 25, Jesse John.
So it's 48-8 right now, with the extra point to come. And it's up, and it is good.
Extra point is good. 10:09 left in the fourth. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, student section. Let's go. Here's another play.
So we got 10 minutes left in the game. Pleasanton leading 49-8. We got Josh Carrizales and Christian de la Cruz back to receive. And Adrian Ramirez now. We got 3 guys in the back. So number 18 ready to kick it off. Gardner Kemp. And there's a run up and the kick. It goes, bounces out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. So it's another flag there. Started at about the 30.
Just a reminder, folks, don't forget to drop the kids off at the First Baptist Church for the 5th quarter. And while they're there, adults, head on down to the Pizza Hut. Wildcat special, 2 large pizzas and a
First down, Wildcats at the 30. 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. So we got Carrizales and Ramirez in the backfield. 2 receivers split to the right. And there's this pass by Carrizales to number 5, who gets hit right away. They're going to call forward progress. Who's down. Christian de la Cruz is still down. It looks like he might have got the air knocked out of him. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and then he got hit right away, and then he kept trying to fight for for yards, and he got hit by like 3-4 more guys. And he's getting helped up the field, but it looks more like he got the wind knocked out, or might be cramp, but it seems to be all right. He did walk off on his own power. Alright, so here we go. First down, Wildcats. Alright, so the handoff is to Ramirez, who cuts the outside corner, and he's able to get to the outside for about 8 yards.
Number 34, Oscar Ramirez on the carry for the Wildcats.
Alright, so it's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats.
Gain of 7 yards on the play. No flags on the play.
So again, Carrizales with Ramirez, 2 receivers to the left, and there's the snap. Carrizales tries to corner, still on his feet. Enough for the first down. Gains about 10 yards there, up to about the 46-yard line.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. Moving the ball to midfield brings up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
So first down, Cats at the 45. 9 minutes left in the game. Same formation. Receivers are to the left now. Carrizales takes the snap, hands it off to Ramirez, who beats his linebacker right up the middle and gets hit. And maybe good enough for 1 yard.
For the Eagles, number 48.
So 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats.
Ryan Leonhardt, gain of 1 yard on the play. Oscar Ramirez on the carry for the Wildcats.
So same formation. Now they got 3 receivers to the right. Carrizales keeps it, goes to the outside, and he's caught and dragged down at about the 46. Looks like he might have gained 1 yard, if any. Yeah, that he gained about a yard.
Gain of 1 on the play.
So it's 3rd and 8. To see what the Cats have planned here on a 3rd and long. It's 7 minutes 50 seconds left in the game. Carrizales and Ramirez in the backfield with 3 receivers to the right, and there's a snap. Carrizales keeps it, breaks a couple of tackles, gets hit hard, and then he's thrown to the ground at about the 49. So it's going to be 4th and 4.
Carrizales on the carry for the Wildcats. Gain of 4 yards on the play. We've got 4th down for the Wildcats.
So there's no. So it looks like they're going to punt it. Carrizales back to punt. Again, this is the perfect time to fake it. Doesn't matter if they get it over there in the back or if they get it here in midfield, in my opinion. So they were short 1 player, and he was not able to make it in, so they called a timeout. So it's timeout for the Wildcats. with 6 minutes 47 seconds. Pleasanton leads it 49-8. Let's see some scores.
Just a reminder that I'm not in the concession stand.
Natalia 41, Poteet 41, Alamo Heights 14, Uvalde 21. Finals we have Cigarroa 17, Sherryland 42, Nixon 37, United South 69, United 42, Eagle Pass, Eagles 28. These are finals. Sabinal 14, Chartered 41. Here we go. So it's fourth down. The Cats are back to punt. Carrizales takes it, and there's a flag on the field. False start on the Wildcats. Capula beats Lido 14-12. Brackett beats Roxbury 64-0. I'm sorry. Center Point 14, the Pryor 53. Bandera beats Crystal City 24-7. Eagle Pass win loses to Laredo Martin 28-25. Those are some of the scores around tonight, folks. And here we go. Fourth down. Carrizales takes the snap and he gets hit as he kicks it, and there's just a flag. And he kicks a good one, and it rolls all the way. It's going to go up to about the 1 yard line, but that's going to be a flag on the Eagles, and it's probably going to be the 15-yard type because they flipped him over pretty good. That's a personal foul. First down for the Wildcats. So the Cats have life on this drive now, all over again. So they've got it 15 yards from so they have it at the 39-yard line. First and 10.
Ball play down at the 39-yard line.
So first down Wildcats. A high snap. Carrizales keeps it. He gets hit in the backfield. Again, he keeps fighting, but he's pushed out of bounds after. I think he had no gain, and there's a Eagle down. And Carrizales is getting up slowly, but he's walking back into the huddle, and we've got a Eagle down on the sideline of the Wildcats. There he goes.
Let's give him a big round of applause, folks.
So number 24 there for the Eagles, who got up real slowly. J.J. Morales.
If I could have your attention, I was just notified the home concession stand has the following item for $1, folks. $1. Please, before I announce it, one line, please. Hot dogs, beaver pie, and wait for it, hot Cheetos and cheese.
Alright, so here we go. It's second and 10 with Carrizales taking the snap and keeps it himself, and this time he runs into a couple guys again. Maybe picks up a yard.
From the carry. You get him 1 yard on him, okay? Just a reminder, you did hear right. $1 for the hot dog, Frito pie, and hot Cheetos and cheese.
So it's 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats. With 5 minutes 35 seconds left. Carrizales with Ramirez in the backfield, one receiver to the right, and Carrizales keeps it, cuts to the outside, and he gets hit at about the 33-yard line. So it's going to be short about 3 yards for the first down.
Gain of 6 yards on the brings up 4th and 5 for the Wildcats.
So we have a 4th and 5 for the Wildcats with 4:50 left. The Eagles leading 49-8. So here we go. Carrizales again. Keeps it himself again. And he's hit, and he's going to be short. So it's going to be turnover and downs for the Eagles. Carrizales tried, but he just, everybody was going to him, or they're going to Ramirez. Alright, so the Eagles take over, and it's 1st and 10 at about the 33-yard line. So the snap taken by the quarterback, gives it to the running back, who gains about 9 yards, number 25. It looks like he's a backup running back, number 25. Jesse John.
Jesse John on the carry, gain 8 yards on the play.
We have another quarterback, number 21, in Jose de la Cruz. So 4 minutes left and running. So they're not going to hike this ball until they're under at least 10 seconds. There's a quick pass, and it's overthrown. So that stopped the clock. And it's going to be third and 2 here. With 3 minutes, 38 seconds. Alright, so the Eagles are 3rd and short, and they're not going to snap until it's under at least 10 seconds on the play clock. And looks like the Eagles moved. The Wildcats moved, but the Eagles look like they moved first. So yeah, that's what it is. So it's false start for the Eagles. So it's going to be third and 6. So the Eagles now are just kind of standing around waiting for the play to come in, as the play clock is at 12 and the game count is at 3:25. So that's the snap, the handoff to number 25, who goes nowhere. Maybe a gain of 2 yards, and here comes the punting team for Pleasanton.
Number 24, Omar Ojeda, number 25. Jesse Lopez.
Alright, so number 14, Avery Ramirez back to receive the punt. Got 2:46 and counting. So there's the snap and the kick. It's a low kick. And they're just going to let it go to about the 32-yard line. So first down Wildcats with a couple minutes left.
32-yard line brings up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
right, so it's first down Wildcats with 2.5 minutes to go. Pleasanton 49, the Wildcats 8. So we've got 3 receivers to the left. Carrizo and Ramirez in the backfield. And there's the snap. Oh, and here we go again. Another false start on the Wildcats.
Flag on the pitch. False start is the call against the Wildcats.
So here we go. Minus 5 yards again. So 2:21 left. The first and 15. So here we go. The give is to number 34. Ramirez was hit hard at about the 30-yard line. Gains about 3 yards.
Oscar Ramirez on the carry. Gain of 4 yards on the play.
So 2nd and 11 for the Cats. Three receivers to the left, 1 running back with Carrizo in the backfield. Alright, Carrizo takes the snap, gives it to Ramirez, who finds a hole. He's still trying to fight, just grab by the jersey. The guy just would not let go. So it's going to be 3rd and about 7.
Just a reminder, head on down. If you were in school to the First Baptist Church, or the
we got a minute, 15 seconds left
as for the Wildcat
in the game.
Special hours on Friday night home games, folks. Staying open until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
The 3 receivers to the left. Carrizo and Ramirez in the backfield. There's the snap. Ramirez takes it, and he's down at about the 36-yard line, 37, and he's short about 5 yards.
And throw your trash in the trash can on your way out.
So we got 32 seconds left, and I guess we're gonna punt it. So with 20 seconds left, they might just get the flag and let this game end. Before we go, I want to thank everybody that tuned in to listen. Give a little shout out to my mom there listening at the house. Wasn't able to come tonight, but she's still there listening to the Cats, supporting them from home. So love you, Mom. The game, that's the game that they decided to punt it, and the time ended after that play, so there was no time left. So that's the game. So the Eagles win it 49-8. The Eagles go to 5-0. The Cats go to 1-4. The Cats are open next week, so they will be off, and then they come back with their first district game versus Poteet. So we'll see you then, folks. Thank you. We'll do a little post-game wrap-up later. See you then. Good night, and be safe driving home.